Good morning, children. Now we are going to move on with the first chapter. Not first chapter exactly from your textbook. If you have a look at your textbook, the first chapter is the alphabetical order. So I'm not going to do the alphabetical order because alphabets you have already done from nursery. So there's no need of wasting time doing this. All right. So straight away I'm going to move on to the next chapter. If you have your content there in your grammar book, the second chapter is I'm not going to tell you the name of the chapter, so I'm going to start straight away with the second chapter. I'm going to give the name after I explain it, okay? Now look here, children. What are these? These are words. Me, loves, mother, mine. All right? These are words. These are group of words. These are group of words. 1 word, 2 words, 3 words and 4 words. These are group of words. Now when I tell you to read these group of words, now how do you read? And I tell you, read and understand what I've written. Me, loves, mother, mine. Did you understand anything from this? From these group of words, did you understand anything? No. You don't. It does not make any sense, isn't it? These group of words are there, but it's not making any sense, isn't it? So to make sense, what are we going to do? So I'm going to arrange these words. All these words, again, I'm going to rearrange it. So I'm going to start with my, then I write this, mother, then, now look at this. My mother loves me. Now when I read the same group of words, if I read again, arrange it, and when I read it out, now do you understand it or not? Yes, you understand these group of words, but these group of words, the same words are there, whatever is here, it's the same words are here, okay? But here when you read, these words are not making any sense, you do not understand. But the same words, if I arrange it here, then it makes sense. That means, what is this? These are group of words which make sense. In other words, a group of words that make sense, it's called sentences. So today's topic will be on sentences. All right, the second chapter I'm going to move on. All right, so again I'm going to tell you what is a sentence. Sentence is a group of words. These are group of words which make complete sense. So you'll understand what the other person is trying to say. All right, now if I give you another if I tell you now I tell this, in the park. This is also, these are also group of words. In the park. So these are group of words, but it is making sense. In the park. That means yes, you can analyze what the person is trying to say, but it does not make complete sense, isn't it? What happened in the park? So you might ask many questions. The questions might arise in your mind. What happened in the park? Or who's there in the park? Isn't it? There are so many questions that you might ask. So, in the park means it makes sense but not complete sense. Alright? So, you need to add. So, this group of words which does not make complete sense, only a part you'll understand, that's called a phrase. Alright? These are called a phrase which you don't understand completely. So, you either add few words in front of these words, or you can either add few words behind after these words to make complete sense. In other words, if I say, now, look here. I have written this written with red chalk for you to understand it properly. Now, in the park was already there, so you did not understand anything. Partly only you understood. So, what did I do? I added few words again. I added the, children and are. These again few group of words to make you understand fully. Okay. So, when I say The children are in the park. Now, can you understand what I'm trying to say? Yes, you understand it completely. So you'll have no more questions to ask, isn't it? What happened in the park? Who is in the park? You will not ask such questions. Whereas when I tell you in the park means, when I just tell you in the park, children in the park, that means there are so many things which might arise in your mind, so many questions that might arise in your mind. So what happened in the park? So if I add few more sentences, few more words, in front of these group of words, then it makes a complete sense. So this is a sentence. This is a sentence. Why sentence? Because now it makes complete sense and you'll have no more questions to ask. What, where, when, how, alright? So these are called sentences and this is called a phrase. Alright children? So whenever you speak, you have to speak correctly. You cannot just speak half the word. Like dinner at. When I say few questions are here, dinner at. What happened dinner at? So you'll ask, then I can say we had dinner at 8 o'clock. Alright? My friends are coming for dinner. So there are many questions, sentences, which words you can add, and you'll have many questions to ask as to what happened dinner at. Alright? So these are sentences. So sentence means a group of words which make a complete sense, and whenever you speak, you have to speak correctly. So when you speak correctly, that means you are speaking or yes, telling the correct sentence. Alright? So this is how you speak English or whatever. Whenever you answer the questions in any subject, any other subjects, whenever you answer the questions, you have to. That's why your teacher tells answer in complete sentence. Alright? That means you don't give haphazard word like shortcut answer, not like this, where the teacher has to go on thinking what happened, where, how. So you have to answer in a proper sentence like this, where the reader who is reading or whatever message you are going to convey, whatever messages you are going to say, the other person who hears it will understand completely. Alright children? So this is called a sentence. So tomorrow I'll be giving you exercises. I'll make a PDF file and I'll send you exercises. Alright? Now, one more thing I want to ask you. Sentence. Let me finish this. Sentence means when you start a sentence always starts with a capital letter. A sentence always starts with a capital letter. Every time you start a sentence, it always starts with a capital letter. And especially when you write I found every year I find children writing I like this. I is never written in small. I is never. When you're talking about yourself, I did this, I went there, I'm talking with my sister. All this, whenever you write I, this is not the way you write I. This is wrong. You always write I with capital I. Even though if it's in the middle of a sentence. Alright? So please remember this. I just wanted, because last year I found most of them writing I this way. Alright? So I, whenever you write, you always write it with capital letter, even in the middle of a sentence or at the end of a sentence. I, when you talk about yourself, you always write with capital letter. Please remember this. Alright? Now, I told you a sentence always starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. At the end, when you complete the sentence, you always end it up with a full stop. You always remember this. Alright? Now next is, when you're asking questions, when you, there's another word, there's another punctuation, as you say. This is a full stop, okay? And what is the other one? What mark is this? This is a question mark. Alright? A sentence can also be a question sentence. A sentence can also be a statement. This is a statement. The children are in the park. That means it is a statement. That means you're stating, you're saying it. And you end the statement with a full stop. Alright? Now next kind of sentence is a question sentence, where you end your sentence with a question mark. Question mark means you are asking a question. You are asking. That means when you ask a question, that means you get the answer from the other person. Whoever you are talking to, you have to get an answer back. in such kind of sentences. Like for example, I'll write it down, then you'll understand, all right? Now look at this. These are also group of words. Where are you going? All right? So that means, where are you going? Then it is a sentence, but it is not a statement. You are not stating it. This means you are asking a question so that you'll get an answer back from the other person. That means such kind of sentences, you always put a question mark. Always put a question mark. Question mark means you get an answer back. All right? That means, where are you going? That means there should not be a full stop. There should be a question mark. Why question mark? Because you are asking something to the other person, and the other person is going to answer you back. That means, where are you going? Then the other person might say, I am going to school. Then full stop. This is the answer which you get after the other person asks you question. All right? So this is a statement. I am going to school. This is a statement. That means after you say this sentence, you will not get answer from the other person. You will not get the answer from the other person. All right? So here you put a full stop. But when you ask question to somebody else where you get a reply back, that means you have to end with a question mark. All right, children? So one you have a statement, and one sentence you have a question sentence. All right? And question sentence, if you see, it usually starts with words like where, how, when, where, how, when, what, is it, question mark, what are you doing, question mark, is it your dog, or is this your dog, is this your dog, is this your dog, question mark, what is the name, what are you doing, so question mark, when are you coming to school, when are you going to the market, so question mark, how are you doing, how are you going to solve this problem, how are you going to write, all right, how are you going to draw, so such where are you going, okay, so such words, such sentences which starts with where, how, when, what, is this, do you, yes, these words, it starts, there should always be a question mark at the end of such words. Whenever you have where in front of the sentence, where you have where, then so this kind of sentence always ends with a question mark. How, like how are you doing? How are you going to do this work? So, question mark. When are you coming to school? Question mark. What is your name? What are you doing? So, question mark. Okay, is this your pen? Is this your house? Do you like to go to the market with me? So, do you also? Do you, does she? So, all these words, these are words which gives you question sentences. All right? So, just remember these. And others are all statements. All right, children? So, this actually, it's not so much given in the book, but I'm just explaining this. All right? So that when I give you exercise, it will not be difficult for you. All right, children? So, next part on detailed work you'll be doing in class 4 next year. All right? On question sentences. All right, children? So, that is all for today. And let me give you one more. Let me give you one more. Before I end this, so one question is given here. He is tall. So what kind of sentence? Is this a question sentence or is this a statement? What do you think is this? This is a statement. He is tall. That means you understand what I'm saying, isn't it? You are not expecting for an answer for this kind of sentence, isn't it? That means it is a statement. It's a sentence. So if I tell you change this into a question, so how are you going to change this into a question? This is a statement. This is a statement. This is a statement, stating. You're not getting the answer back. But this again, if I tell you change it into a question sentence, question. Change it into a question sentence, then how are you going to change? Then you have to add few more questions, a few more words. Like he is tall. Then what will you write here? Is he tall? Is he tall? Question mark. Yes? Is he tall? I just added one word here. Is he tall? That means you're expecting an answer. So you'll say he is tall. Yes, he is tall or he is tall. Okay? So this is how you change from statement to question. And again question to statement. Question, you know, in literature, how the questions are set after you read the story, how the questions are set and you give an answer, isn't it? Same thing. Here, statement or the answer is given and you have to change the answer or the statement into a question. Alright, so this is how you have to change. So one exercise is there. So I have just shown you this example, how to change. Okay, so with that we come to the end of this chapter. Alright, so I'll be giving you exercises. I think the exercises will be long. So I'll need 2 days to send you the PDF file. Okay. And you have to do the questions and you have to send it in my number, Miss Uma's number. I hope you know my number, 9832074480. Alright, you have to change 3A and 3B both. You'll be sending in my number, all these exercises. Alright, so today I'll not give you, from tomorrow I'll be sending you the PDF file. Okay children, I hope you understood what is a sentence and hope we'll have a nice year ahead. Alright, thank you and have a nice day.